horizon with updated information in the field of management. In continuation with this, our Honorable Director, Professor Dr. Satish Ubale, has initiated Fourth Dimension Lecture Series, where we invite renowned experts from different fields of academics and industry who share their experience with our students, which helps them to improve their domain knowledge and employability skills. Our today's guest of honor, Mr. Gaurav Gandhi's expertise primarily revolves around aiding startups in scaling their operations and enhancing efficiency through the implementation of data-driven decision-making strategies. He has trained over 5,000 individuals in the wide array of data analytics tools, including Excel, Power BI, Tableau, Google Sheets, and Google Data Studio. Furthermore, his recent engagement in guiding individuals to harness AI tools, including ChatGPT, highlights his unwavering dedication to enhancing productivity in the digital era. As a business consultant, Gaurav sir specializes in pinpointing data-centric solutions and offering bespoke strategic counsel tailored to the unique needs of each enterprise. Moreover, Gaurav sir has been recognized by various educational institutions and corporate organizations for his insightful workshops and training sessions. His guidance on practical applications of AI tools like ChatGPT to streamline workflows and elevate productivity is invaluable in contemporary, fast-paced business landscape. Welcome, Gaurav, sir.
Thank you so much for the introduction and thank you so much for the invite. Thank you so much for the welcome as well.
It's
Thank you
our
so much.
pleasure, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, that you are here to guide our students. Students, all the students are requested to switch on their camera. We will have a group photo with Gaurav, sir. And immediately we will hand over to Gaurav, sir. So all the students are requested to switch on their camera immediately. Tejal Babar, Poonam Degle, Shivani Landge, Saurabh Bauge, Nilambari San, please switch on. Sakshi, please switch on. Abhinav Dakode, switch on your camera fast. It will hardly take, say, 5 to 10 seconds we will be taking for photograph. Once it is done, we will hand over to Gaurav, sir. Do it fast. Yes, all the students, please do it fast. We will wait for 10 more seconds and we will click a photo. Do it fast. Okay, thank you. It's done. All the students are again requested to turn off their cameras. Please turn off your camera. Gaurav, sir, over to you, sir.
Sir, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you so much for the warm welcome once again. It's more of my pleasure to be interacting with a young set of individuals that I saw on the screen right now. So it was good to see their faces as well. So I could see the spark. I could see the excitement as well in terms of them wanting to learn. So yeah, without much ado, I would like to delve into something which is going to be very, very practical. So I'd like to start by asking a couple of questions. Are all the students at their homes or they're in their classrooms?
No, they are at their places, sir. Monday
They're
to
at
Friday, we
their
conduct
homes.
sessions. On Saturdays, we normally conduct online sessions. So they can attend their sessions from their
Perfect.
places also.
Perfect. So I am assuming since they've joined, they are all joined from their laptops?
Sir, most of them have joined from mobile phones.
Okay. Fair
Few
enough.
are
Not
there.
a problem.
Yes, sir.
Not a problem. Okay. I'll just get started and just give me a moment. I'll share my screen and I'll get started immediately.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Right. So, sharing my screen with all of you. So today's topic predominantly is about artificial intelligence and how our future is going to get transformed forever using artificial intelligence. The topic that was actually given to me was how artificial intelligence helps in management. But I'm thinking from a broader perspective because it's always good to think from a broader perspective as to how artificial intelligence can actually share how artificial intelligence can actually just a moment, sharing my video. Yes. How artificial intelligence can actually cause a lot of disruption in the way we work. Now, when I say disruption, it's in a positive way, right? Uh, when we get into the space of artificial intelligence, we understand that artificial intelligence is there to help us in improving our productivity. And that is what I convey as my message to whatever sessions I conduct with students or working professionals. So before we delve into the use cases of artificial intelligence today, let me take you through how this session is actually going to go. So we'll start with what is artificial intelligence, then we'll see why artificial intelligence, we'll see how artificial intelligence actually works. I'll quickly run through the theory part so that we can quickly jump onto the practical aspects of it. Sir, I have a maximum of 1 hour, right? To complete this, if you could confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So I'll not take beyond 1 hour. So I'll just quickly run through the theoretical part of it because I'm pretty sure you already know the theory part of it. I'll quickly take you through the theory, a bit of theory, and then I'll jump on to the practical aspects directly. Right. So what is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence, where we have actually made machines practically human-like, right? Where they have their own set of intelligence for being able to take decisions. So artificial intelligence is a combination of machine learning where we are helping machines learn based on the inputs provided, based on various uh, processes like natural language processing, right? We help machines learn the tasks the way a human is expected to do, right? And therefore, machines are then expected to perform human-like tasks as well. The most important thing in any artificial intelligence tool is that they are all data-driven. So when you make anyone intelligent artificially, there's a lot of data that goes into it, right? And therefore, even with ChatGPT, there's a lot of data-led learning that is happening, right? And autonomous decision making is expected out of the artificial intelligence tools, right? What is autonomous decisions? When we ask a question to ChatGPT, it decides what to answer on its own. So now this ChatGPT kind of a system is on its own, right? It's not being governed by someone at the back end who is, okay, ye question aaya to ye reply karna. It's not like that. It is now taking its own decisions to reply back to you based on the inputs that you have provided. Right? So that is artificial intelligence. As a nutshell, I wanted to give you an introduction to it. I'm pretty sure you're aware of all these terms, but I just wanted to do it. I had created a artificial intelligence based avatar. Someone that you see on your screen is an AI generated face, and this is an AI generated message. I'm not sure if you're able to hear this. I tried the audio
human intelligence in machines,
connection.
allowing them to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making.
So basically, I'm not sure if you were able to hear this, but what she was saying is she was introducing us to the definition of artificial intelligence. Why I've included this in my slide is because I wanted to tell you where has AI gone now. So this avatar has been created using artificial intelligence. The voice that she's using is created using artificial intelligence, and the content that she was speaking is also generated using artificial intelligence. So this overall immersive video experience was completely created with the help of artificial intelligence itself, right? So that's where we have gone from being nothing into artificial intelligence for the last decade or so, and now we are having tools which can do some crazy sort of stuff like these, right? So that was about it. I will not delve into the future. I'll just give you a brief of when artificial intelligence was first thought of as a concept, right? We got to know about artificial intelligence post-COVID or around COVID times, but artificial intelligence as a concept was thought about in early 1950s, right? You know, just after we got our independence, artificial intelligence was being thought of, right? That's how much time this technology has taken to come to shape that it is in right now. So that is about it. The most commonly used AI tools these days are chatbots. Something like a chat GPT, wherein we put in a written or a spoken text, and we expect them to revert back based on the query that we have asked it, right? And that is what chatbots usually do. So my question to you all is, and since I want this to be an interactive session, I have a question for all of you. Why should you learn artificial intelligence? And what happens if you don't learn about artificial intelligence? If you don't know how to use a certain set of AI tools, what happens, right? So that's my question to all of you. Anyone wants to take it? I would appreciate if people can be quicker, because we are going to have only 1 hour to complete this. So it would be great if you can take it up quickly, and we'll then jump into practicals.
With the help of AI, the work is done quickly and immediately. Less time is consumed. Without AI, it takes more time to generate a report or a dashboard.
What kind of dashboard?
Like some financial dashboards, some presentations, or graph charts.
Okay. And you think AI can do it faster? Do you think that AI can do it faster? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is it reduces human effort and therefore reduces human error, right? If we don't use artificial intelligence, we are dependent on humans completely. And when we are dependent on humans, along with humans come human error as well, right? Whereas when we are using a machine, we are expected it to perform better than humans with less amount of errors. Not to say that they cannot go wrong, but the chances of error occurrence is far, far lower. Plus, it can work across the clock 24/7 without getting tired, without giving any sort of excuses, without giving any sort of fuzzy explanations, right? It works on a Sunday. It will work on a Diwali day. It will work on a holy day. It will work on any sort of public holiday as well. The best part of it is much faster than humans. And therefore, companies today are wanting to replace humans by AI. AI tools will certainly take over all the redundant jobs like customer support jobs. They will be taken over by artificial intelligence in the very near future, right? So if you aspire to become someone into a customer facing role, well, you may want to reconsider, because there are quite a few things that AI is actually going to do, and it has already started doing as well. There's a lot of tools that I'm aware of which are in testing phase. I've been using their beta versions, and I know very soon a lot of human jobs will get replaced by artificial intelligence. That brings me to the second question. What if I don't learn about artificial intelligence, right? If you don't learn about artificial intelligence, your future in terms of the job market can be at risk, right? However, if you learn tools which use artificial intelligence, you have a wider spectrum of skill sets that you carry to the job, right? So you are expected to perform better than individuals who do not know artificial intelligence, right? And then your chances of getting replaced by AI is far less compared to anyone else in the organization. So this is something that you have to all take into account for, right? So therefore, you should all be learning artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence in itself is a very, very wide space. There are a lot of artificial intelligence tools that are now live in the market, right? We'll see a few of them. And yes, I touched upon NLP, and you should all know about what is NLP. NLP stands for natural language processing. So all the chatbots or AI tools that we are using today, we use our natural language to, communicate with them. For example, if we want to ask something to Chat GPT, we use a very natural language to communicate, as if we were talking to a friend, right? And that is possible because we use NLP, which is actually powering all the AI bots today. What is NLP? Natural language processing. It's a way in which whatever we are communicating in our own language is being made to understand by the AI bots. So AI bots, usually they don't understand our natural language, but the NLP tool, these tools help them understand the natural language from us. Right? So I don't want you to be confused. I want you to be excited, because now we are going to delve into something very, very practical, right? So I'll just jump into, let me just hide the controls. Yes, we'll jump into the first tool that we are going to see today, and it is Chat GPT, right? It is Chat GPT. And I'm pretty sure you are all aware of Chat GPT, right? Give me a yes if you have all used Chat GPT ever in your life. Can I have a yes from all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, what can Chat GPT do for me as a management professional, right? When I talk about management, someone has very rightly said, if you want to manage everything in life, the first thing that you manage is your time, right? So let's see if Chat GPT can be useful in helping us manage our time better, right? So it's very important to ask the right set of questions and in a right way to Chat GPT. This process of asking the right set of questions to Chat GPT is called as a prompt. A prompt engineer is a person who can ask the right set of questions to Chat GPT. And a prompt engineer is someone who is getting very highly paid today. The job as a prompt engineer is one of the highest paying jobs in 2024. So I would highly recommend you to master the skill of being able to get the work done in the best possible manner by asking the right set of questions to ChatGPT, right? So let's try and do this. And I request all of you, if you're using your mobile phones, you would have the ChatGPT application on your phone, or you can just go to chat.openai.com and try this out yourself as well. Because the session has to be practical. If there's no practical orientation to this session, it will be dull and boring. I don't want that to be for you, right? So I want you to understand that this is a session which is practical in nature, right? We still have about 40 odd minutes, and we will ensure these 40 minutes are being used for practical exposure only. And at the end of it, I'll take your questions, I'll take your inputs, and I'll try to help you in terms of how you can leverage artificial intelligence more and more, right? So I'll keep a session for 10 minutes or so at the end for some questions that you may have as well. So right now, keep holding your questions within yourselves. Right now, let's do something practical, right? So let me just type a prompt to ChatGPT, right? I am assuming that you would all complete your college in a matter of few months or a matter of 1 year or so. So after that, you'd be expected to work in a work environment, and then you would also be expected to to take care of other chores at your home. So giving time to your family, giving time for your health, that means exercising, uh, giving time to getting household stuff from the market, etc., etc., etc. Right? Now, how would you do that? Well, we'll have ChatGPT at our disposal to do it, right? So I'll just ask ChatGPT. I have just completed my college, and from next week, I am going to start with my first job. I know that time management will become very important for me once I get into my job. I don't want to compromise on my health, my time with the family, as well as my career. And I wish to strike a right balance amongst all aspects of my life. I wish to lead a healthy and happy life, and I wish to get my time managed accordingly. My travel time to work would be 45 minutes one way, and I expect you to help me plan my day schedule, taking into account all aspects. I usually sleep for 10 hours every night. Can you help plan my day? Right? And there you go. Right? Now, what ChatGPT has done is it has actually taken into consideration quite a few aspects, right? I can go ahead and further ask it, can you suggest a good exercise routine for me to follow, given that I would have a long day? Right? And there you go. It has actually gone ahead and suggested me some really nice workouts to keep my body in a healthy shape. Right? Now, how many of you actually used to type a prompt like this before I typed it like this? Were you very, very specific in your prompts? Yes or no? Well, if you
No.
were not, then let me tell you you want AI to take effort for you. Take some effort for yourself as well. If you ask the question in a right way, it will do a good job at helping you out with it, right? It will give you a better result if you ask it the question in a right way, right? Now, what I'll do is I'll just copy this for a moment. I'll go here, and since you're asking me from a management perspective, I would be required to do quite a few tasks. And for example, I am new to my work. I am a fresher. So there will be a lot of performance pressure on me to prove myself because I want to get appraised very soon. So how will artificial intelligence help me in smarter working? Well, to get noticed at your workplace, you should always try and do a lot of presentations yourself, right? So you will get a lot of opportunities, but to be able to grab those opportunities, you should have a solid content base to create, right? So can we ask ChatGPT to help us with that? Because if you don't use AI tools, you will have to do it manually. And if you have to do it manually, your time management or the time scheduler that you've got, you'll have to find time from other pieces, whether it is the exercise time, whether it is the time with your family, to do work outside your work environment as well. Well, not anymore. We can use ChatGPT to do a good job for us, right? How? Well, I want to create a presentation. I wish to create a presentation for my office management to speak about various marketing avenues that we can think of for promoting our newly launched website. We are into health and wellness space. So I expect the presentation to be in line with this requirement. Feel free to ask for any details before starting the presentation. Preparation. Right? So it will give me a brief. I can create a tailored presentation. It has actually done a good job. It will say, certainly to tailor the presentation effectively, I would need some additional information. Why did it ask for some additional information? Because we said, feel free to ask for any further details before starting the presentation preparation. Now, what am I trying to do here is, I'm trying to help ChatGPT fine-tune its thought process, right? Because if I had not given this, let's say I just had this, right? I'll just go to a new chat and I'll say this. Create a 10-slide presentation, right? Can you do it, right? And what it will do is slide by slide, it will create a presentation for me. But sometimes what happens is it will be very vague, right? Because it will create on a very generic perception of its own, right? What I have now done is in this here, I have said, if you have any questions before creating the presentation, feel free to ask, right? So I will take one question at a time and answer it. Target audience, youth, right? Okay, now I should have given it the other answers as well, but I gave it one answer and it actually gave me some inputs based on that. And now, if you look at this, it has actually done a far better job of naming the slides and telling how should we go about doing it, right? Presentation title, Reaching the Youth, Marketing Avenues for Promoting Our Health and Wellness Website, right? There is a brief overview given, and it is said, understanding the youth audience. So it's emphasizing on the youth part of it. And then it is saying social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok no longer active, and Snapchat to reach engagement. Then there is content marketing. Then there is mobile app integration. If there is a mobile app, we'll try and integrate that. Community building, we focus on building a community or a forum where a lot of youth can come together, interact with each other, because youth learns in a collaborative environment. Partnerships and collaborations, measuring success is very important, and that is what it has also indicated in the presentation. So for me, the outline of my presentation is now ready. I just need to go open a blank PowerPoint presentation and do it for myself. Yes or no? Versus something which is very vague. It has done this. Paid advertising, email marketing, influencer partnerships, social media marketing, content marketing. While it has written a few things which are relevant there as well, but it has written almost everything as a blanket. When we go and ask more specific questions to ChatGPT, it will give us more specific and tailored answers. Tailored is basically fit to your requirement, right? I hope you have all got a gist of this. Can I have a yes from all of you if now you know that ChatGPT is to be used in a much broader environment, in a much broader perspective? Can I have a yes from all of you? You can ask ChatGPT to ask you a set of questions as well. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm getting a yes from the professor only. I wish to hear from students also. Sir, I hope the students are allowed to unmute themselves. Anyways, if that's not the case, let's keep it aside. We'll have the question answers at the end. Not a problem. Now, since you guys are students right now, I think there's one perspective that I need to feed in your minds, and that is ChatGPT can help you in preparing for interviews as well, right? How can ChatGPT help you prepare for interviews, right? Well, let's see. I'll go and open a new chat and I'll ask ChatGPT, I have an interview for a marketing manager role at Google next week. I wish to prepare for the interview in the best possible manner. Can you help me prepare by becoming the interviewer and I become the interviewee? I am ready to start the interview once you are ready. And there you go. First off, can you tell me your background and experience in marketing? Well, I am MBA in marketing and I have no prior work experience. Right? And now it is saying, to start, could you tell me a marketing campaign or project you've worked on during your studies that you found particularly interesting and challenging? What was your role in that project? Well, I can say I was the marketing head for all marketing campaigns for an inter-college national level fest that we organized at our college. There were 1,500 plus participants from across the country. I used social media marketing and email marketing as two strategies only. And it is actually collecting a lot of information about it. It is constantly asking me various questions and it is expecting me to answer. So in a way, it is helping me prepare for the interview better, depending on what kind of questions could have been asked, right? So that's basically how you will be able to help yourself prepare for interviews using Chat GPT as well. I hope this is clear to you, and I hope now you have clarity in terms of how you can use it. By the way, you can actually have role reversals as well, right? While you're preparing for the interview, you want to know what are the best possible answers that you can give to a set of questions, right? So you can ask ChatGPT what are the set of questions that you feel may be asked to a fresher MBA graduate when he sits for an interview for a marketing manager role at Google. And it will give you a list of questions that may be asked. You can Google it also and try and find out what kind of questions may be asked. And then, change the roles at ChatGPT and say, hey, I expect you to clear an interview with Google, and I'll be asking you a set of questions as if I am the interviewer. I wish you to give me the set of answers. This way, it will help me prepare better for my interview at Google. And then you can start asking those questions that you have collated one by one to ChatGPT and see how it answers, see how it responds. It will give you a clear perspective of how to go about preparing for interviews as well. So I thought it was relevant for all of you to take that into account. Similar to ChatGPT, there is Google's parallel, which was called as Bard sometime back. Now they call it Gemini, gemini.google.com. And here you can just have the same prompt. I just copied the prompt and I am now going to ask the same thing to Gemini and see what it does. It has actually gone ahead and created some content for me, right? It has gone ahead and created some content for me. It is still doing its job. It is a little slow, I would say, but yes, it is doing a good job, right? The best thing is it has actually given you speaker notes along with it. So you don't have to bother about, okay, now that I have the slides ready, what am I going to go and speak? Well, here it has taken care of that as well by adding the speaker notes as well for you. Therefore, you can actually spend less time on creating the content. It has also given you a couple of pictures here and there, which you can use in your presentation if you feel they are relevant for you in the presentation. So that's about how you can use, ChatGPT or Google's parallel to ChatGPT, which is Gemini, right? Now, is that all what is artificial intelligence all about? Well, my dear friends, no. This is just scratching the surface. Let me show you a couple of other use cases of artificial intelligence-based techniques, right? Or tools. For example, your manager gives you a picture and tells you to create an Excel file by adding all the data that is there in a PDF file or or the picture that he has shared. You have to get all of that data into an Excel file. So someone who doesn't know how to use artificial intelligence will start typing it manually. But now that you know that there is something called as ChatGPT to help you, or I'm sorry, there's something called as artificial intelligence to help you with it, you will use technology to come to your rescue and help you out with it. How will you do it? Well, you'll go to the data tab here and you will fetch data from picture. I'll select fetch data from picture and I will go to files here. And in my computer, I have the picture. I'll just select this picture. I'll say open. And after I say open, it will take a couple of moments. Okay, there is a network failure. I'll try again, once again. I'll upload data from picture. I will select this file, click on upload, and okay, there is some issue with the network apparently. I'll again select the file. Okay, let me just refresh this file and try it again. Yes, let us now try it. I'll select the data from picture, and I'll select this data file.
Excuse me, sir. The
Yes.
process which you are doing, it's not visible to us. Confused or excited, PPT is only visible.
Okay. I am not sure why is that the case, because I had shared my screen completely. Okay, just hold on for a second. Were you not able to see? Okay,
Now it's visual.
so you should have told me earlier, because I am sharing my complete screen. I don't know why it's not visible. So the ChatGPT side of things, you were able to hear, right? You were at least able to
Yes.
hear. And I
Yes,
think
sir.
you were able to relate to it because I was sharing my screen all the while. I don't know why it wasn't visible. Anyways, if you are not able to see my screen going forward, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask immediately. Right? So I'll show it to you again. I'm uploading data from, I'm in an Excel sheet here. I've selected data and I am uploading data from a picture, right? I'm selecting this data file that I have. It's a picture. It's a PNG file. If you can see, it's a PNG file. I'm selecting this file and I'm saying open. As soon as I do this, it will take some time and it has got data from picture. Now the red marks that you see, it is asking me to review this data. I can review or I can just go ahead and say insert data anyway. I'll just click on insert data anyway, and you will see the data has now come in, right? So marks 30 to 40 males, there are 8, there are 6 females, there are a total of 14 people who have actually gone ahead and scored that kind of marks, right? So I'm just wanting to help you understand that if you had to type all of this, it would have taken more time for you. Similarly, let me try another method, another picture and see how it works. I'll select this and I'll say open. It'll take some time and I'll say insert data and I'll say insert anyway. Now, sometimes when it does not understand the data, look at this, the D column. Here is one, it did not understand, it could not read the data, and therefore it skipped that part. And therefore, sometimes reviewing of data is also equally important. In any case, even if I did not review, I can just go ahead and type 1 here now. I have 2 here, I want 1 here, then I want 1 here again. And then I have the complete data ready with me. Is this clear to all of you? I hope it is. This is possible when you use the online version of Office 365, right? You can use the free version of Office 365 to be able to do this as well. So do not waste any time after this session. Whenever you get time, please go and use the online version of Office 365, right? And you can do this piece on your own, right? This is basically called as optical data recognition, right? A technique that is used by Excel, right? Now, we were talking about presentation using ChatGPT, and it gave us the response in this form, right? It gave us the response in this form, right? It gave us how your website, how your presentation should look like, right? It gave us this, right? Slide by slide presentation. And so did Gemini, right? Gemini also did a good job of giving us slide by slide details of how we should go about it, along with the speaker notes and a couple of images here and there, right? Now, having said that, this is half the task, right? I still have to go ahead and design a PPT. I cannot just go slide one, only a blank white slide, and just prepare, just take that blank, blatant slideshow, right? I'll have to design something, right? So what I've done is I've uploaded a presentation here, again, online Office 365. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take help of AI tools to design the slideshow for me, or the slides for me, in a much better manner. How am I going to do this? Well, at the end of this, I have a designer option available. I'll click on this designer option and it will create some stunning designs for me, right? I can use any of these designs if I have the paid version, right? This symbol here indicates we need a paid version for this. However, if we do not have a paid version, we can still use some free versions of it. For example, I can use this one, right? And voila, it is already created. Indian cultural heritage, a pillar of India's economic growth, right? Then I'll go to the next one and I will again click on designs, and this one matches my requirement, right? Because the design that I chose in the first one, it has taken from that. I can choose something else also like this, but the choice is completely mine. There are many more designs. I can choose this also. I cannot choose this because this is paid, and there are quite a few paid ones. I can choose this one also, but it is a little off. So I would rather want to see a few more designs as well. And yes, I may use this one, or I can even use this one, right? This will give me a much more broader perspective in terms of how I want to use. I can keep generating more ideas and it will keep giving me more and more ideas here and there. Which one I choose, which one I want to choose is totally my discretion, my choice. Similarly, I can go forward and there you go. I have few more options to choose from. I'll select this one. Then I can go to the next one where I'll get another option. right? I can choose this one this time around. And you see, the presentation is now taking a very, very good shape, right? Uh, I can use this one for my conclusion. And yeah, there you go. My PPT is now ready. Now, you tell me, if you had to prepare a PPT like this, would you have been able to do it in less than 5 minutes? In fact, I know there are a few professors in this meeting as well. Uh, yes or no, sir? There are a few professors as well in this meeting. There are a few professors, I'm assuming, in this meeting. Well, no one is answering. So I don't know if there's anyone. But yeah, this is how we can go ahead and make certain presentations very, very easily and in less than 5 minutes. Right? I hope you all can now see my screen. There's no problem with my screen share now.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
it's
sir.
visible now.
Yes, sir.
Right. And I hope you all now have a way of creating PowerPoints better. Do you think
Yes,
this is a better approach of creating PowerPoints?
yes, sir, yes.
PowerPoint presentations just got better, right? Now, we just created a presentation on Indian cultural heritage, a pillar of India's economic growth, right? Now, what if I told you there was a far better approach than this as well? This took us 5 minutes, right? First, we went to ChatGPT, asked it to make a presentation for slide by slide content for us. And then we used that content, we put it into this, the online Office 365 PPT version, and then we use the designs. What if we use a tool, and this is my giveaway for all of you in this session, which can just generate a very good PPT for all of you just by your prompt? Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right? And the best part is I will give you the access to it in this session. So let me just go ahead and explain it to you. And this is what we are going to use. We're going to use this website, and I'm going to create a presentation using this, right? I will say, I want to generate using prompt, right? I want to generate a presentation for 8 slides, or I can say just 5 slides, or 8 slides is also fine. I will say I want to generate a presentation on Indian cultural heritage and its relevance to India's economic growth. Right? In 2024, for example. I'll just take this as a prompt and I will ask it to generate an outline. Right? It is now doing its own bit, right? It has now done its own bit. It has actually got a few slides created, right? I mean, the titles created. If I want to edit it, I can just go here and do it, right? It can do a good job for us. I'll just go ahead and click on continue. It will now ask me to select the design that I want for this. So I will probably choose any design I can choose. I'll probably choose this design, right? And then I can click on generate. in less than 30 seconds, it would have created something beautiful for all of us. Isn't this amazing, guys? How many of you found this amazing? Right? Now, no more spending a lot of time on presentations, and look at what it created. Does this talk about Indian heritage? Yes or no?
Yes.
Talks about Indian heritage, and it has created some of the most stunning PowerPoint presentations that you can think of, right? I'll just go ahead and share, right, this PPT with all of you at the end of this session. And I will also share the link to creating these presentations yourself, right? You can all create these presentations yourself by using the tool that we are just seeing here. This is a tool that we have used called as Gamma. And I will be sharing my link for all of you to join, which will give you 200 free credits to create these presentations. This is not a free tool, my dear friends. This is a paid tool. But if you join with my link, you get access to 200 free credits to create at least 5 such presentations, right? So let me just go ahead and share these with you. I'll just go ahead and share the link for all of you to join the Gamma world. I will just share my link with all of you, and you can all try to join. Okay, I am pasting the link in your Zoom chat for all of you to go ahead and okay. Sir, can you allow me to share a message in the chat? I think the chat is disabled for me. Okay, it's enabled. So all of you can see my message in the chat box?
Yes,
Can I
sir.
have
Yes,
this?
sir.
Yes, please click on this link and you would all be able to get 200 free credits for joining Gamma World, right? I suggest all the professors also to try and create their presentations using this method. It will save them a lot of time.
Definitely, sir.
I had a few other things also to share, but I think time won't be permitting me to do that. But I think I was able to share quite a few things with all of you, which will help you in restructuring how you use ChatGPT, number one, or Gemini for that matter. Number two, how you use Microsoft's tools like MS Office tools, which are Excel or PowerPoint, to be able to be more productive with your work, save your time and energy in manual efforts, which will reduce manual errors, and also creating presentations using Office tools, again, Office 365. And at the end, we also saw Gamma.app, where you could have seen what a beautiful PPT it just created based on just one line prompt. I did not do anything apart from putting a one line prompt, did I? Right. So I hope in 1 hour, I was able to explain 4 or 5 tools which you can use as a person willing to learn and explore artificial intelligence as a whole. As such, I do conduct various workshops through interview as well and otherwise as well, wherein we conduct various sessions on helping you master some of the most used or most effective AI tools in the market. But I think this is a very good starting point for all of you. You should explore artificial intelligence to help you in your day-to-day life. Having said that, I would also take this opportunity to caution you on how you should be using artificial intelligence, right? Number one, artificial intelligence has to be used in an ethical environment only, for ethical purposes only, right? Technology should be always leveraged for our betterment. It should never be misused, right? If the technology keeps on getting misused, which a lot of evil persons do, there will be a lot of restrictions and regulations on technology, which it should by time, but as of now, it is not there. As responsible citizens, it is our endeavor and responsibility at the same time to be using uh, artificial intelligence based tools very, very cautiously and for the right purposes. Also, it is very important to know that artificial intelligence can also go wrong, right? It is not that always artificial intelligence will give you the right answer. So over dependency on technology is also not great at this point. So I highly recommend you to go through ChatGPT and other tools, but don't be over dependent on them, right? Use it for your help. Don't be dependent on it to solve your problems, right? So that's it from my side. If you have any questions, I am open to taking the questions for the next 2, 3, 5 minutes, whatever time I have at my hand. Sir, whenever you feel we are done with it, you can ask me to stop. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the very nice session. Now, students, the forum is open for question and answers. If you have any queries, please go ahead. Yes, any queries? Please go ahead. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I think that you had explained all these AI tools in such a simple manner that everyone has understood everything and there was no scope for any queries left.
Well, I think there is a question that has come in the chat. Saurabh has put in a question: will AI replace humans? Well, I think I touched upon it during my presentation, Saurabh. AI will replace those humans who are not willing to accept the coexistence of artificial intelligence. And therefore, those of you who do not learn artificial intelligence tools or don't learn how to use artificial intelligence tools, there is high chances of you getting replaced by artificial intelligence, right? For those of you who learn how to use artificial intelligence tools and constantly use artificial intelligence tools in your day-to-day lives, there is very less chances of you getting replaced by AI tools, right? So people who know how to use AI tools, they will definitely soar through in the market. In fact, they will get better opportunities because they know how to use AI, right? Sir, can you suggest AI tools for financial and marketing departments? There are quite a few, right? In a 1 hour session, I have touched upon a few. And if you want to know a lot of other tools, you can reach out to me. I will be happy to help you out with it. There are quite a few tools that you can use. There's Microsoft Copilot that you need to learn. That is also there. There are quite a few tools. I cannot enlist it in a nutshell here, but there are quite a few tools that you need to learn. For marketing departments, yes, of course, there are a lot of tools. Someone has asked, does AI impact on digital marketing? Well, AI makes digital marketing easier, right? So the job of digital marketeer becomes easier with artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence gives you what kind of campaign you need to design, what kind of audiences you need to target, what kind of hashtags you need to use, what kind of captions you need to use, so on and so forth. So that ways, artificial intelligence is only going to be more helpful to you, and you should use it for digital marketing as well. Artificial intelligence can help you write complex codes as well, which will help you in the technological space as well, learn various technological tools, etc. Anything else? Any other questions? Well, I don't think there are any further questions by the looks of it. So thank you so much on behalf of myself and Intervoo.ai for giving us this opportunity again. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in on this Sunday morning.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And sorry, we had a urgent examination related meeting, sir. So we could not say be part of your session. But what we have done is we have recorded the entire session.
Sir,
So
I think there was a problem earlier. I think the first part of my session where I was explaining ChatGPT and Gemini,
yes,
I
sir.
think somehow my screen got stuck and it wasn't shared. Although I had shared my entire screen, it seems,
Yes,
because after about 30 minutes or so, students said that they were not able to see my screen. So I don't know how much.
I'll check with the IT department, sir. We have a policy. We record all the session and we share with all the faculties. So
Fair
we
enough.
will also get the benefit, and we will also get a chance to improve upon our presentations also, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What I will do is I will also share the referral link that I shared with the students, so that
Yes,
the
sir.
faculty members can also try the Gamma app, and they can also get the free credits of 200 credits that will help you use and understand the applications.
Yes.
Then whether the college intends to buy the premium version of it, I leave it up to you. But it's a very nice tool to explore.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time, patience, and the excitement in learning. I would like to call it excitement, although I could not get to speak to a lot of you, but I am pretty sure at the back of your screens, you were excited about learning. So thank you so much, sir, again for the opportunity, and thank you, everyone, for joining in.
Thank you, sir. It's our pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So all the students are requested to fill the feedback form. We have posted the link for the feedback form in the chat box. Before leaving the session, please fill the feedback form. Once it is done, then you may leave.